Last month was the 45th anniversary of one of my favorite Disney animated features. And while I failed to give you a review this a month ago to celebrate this occasion, here it is at long last as I bring to you my re-review of The Rescuers. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a re-review of the 1977 anime adventure I was about to say comedy, adventure dramedy flick The Rescuers, released by Disney, under their Band Vista label, but it was produced by Disney. This was Disney's 23rd animated feature film. Now, of course, I did review this back to back with sequel The Rescuers Down Under, so this is a solo re-review of the original. Anyway, the film is about the Rescue Aid Society, an international mouse organization headquartered in New York City and shadowing the United Nations, dedicated to helping abduction victims around the world at large. The film features the voices of Bob Newhart and Eva Gabor as Bernard and Miss Bianca, who set out to rescue an orphan girl, Penny, held prisoner in Devil's Bayou by cruel treasure huntress Madame Medusa. The film is based on Marjorie Sharp's book series, most notably The Rescuers from 1959 and Miss Bianca from 1962. This was actually a big flick. Now, this entered development in '62, but was shelved due to Walt Disney, who was still alive at that time, his dislike of the project's political overtones. During the '70s, the film was revived as a project for the younger animators, but it was taken over by the senior animation staff following the release of Robin Hood in '73. The film was released in June of 1977, June 22nd to be exact, and became a big success. So, if you're ready, let's get into our story. In an abandoned riverboat in Devil's Bayou, Louisiana, a young orphan named Penny drops a message in a bottle containing a plea for help into the river. The Rescue Aid Society, an international mouse organization inside the United Nations, finds the bottle when it washes up in New York City. The Hungarian representative, Miss Bianca, volunteers to accept the case and chooses Bernard, a stammering janitor, as her co-agent. The two visit Morningside Orphanage where Penny lived and meet an old cat named Rufus. He tells them about a sketchy woman named Madame Medusa who once tried to lure Penny into her car and may have succeeded in abducting Penny this time. The mice travel to Medusa's pawn shop where they discover that she and her partner, Mr. Snoops, are on a quest to find the world's largest diamond, the Devil's Eye. The mice learn that Medusa and Snoops are currently at the Devil's Bayou with Penny, whom they have indeed kidnapped and placed under the guard of two trained crocodiles, Bruce and Nero. With the help of an albatross named Orville and a dragonfly named Evinrude, the mice follow Medusa to the bayou. There, they learn that Medusa plans to force Penny to enter a small hole that leads down into a pirate's cave where the Devil's Eye is located. Bernard and Bianca find Penny and devise a plan of escape. They send Evinrude to alert the local animals who loathe Medusa, but Evinrude is delayed when he is forced to take shelter from a flock of bats. The following morning, Medusa and Snoop send Penny down to the cave to find the gem. Unbeknownst to Medusa, Bianca, and Bernard are hiding in Penny's skirt pocket. Excuse me for getting lost in word. My apologies. The three soon find the Devil's Eye within a pirate's skull. As Penny pries the mouth open with a sword, the mice push the gem through it. But soon the oceanic tide rises and floods the cave. The three barely manage to retrieve the diamond and escape. Alright, now for the final act and the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video, go to the description box below, and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Medusa betrays Snoops and hides the diamond in Penny's teddy bear while holding the two of them at gunpoint. When she trips over a cable set as a trap by Bernard and Bianca, Medusa loses the bear and the diamond to Penny, who runs away with them. The local animals arrive at the riverboat and aid Bernard and Bianca in trapping Bruce and Nero, then set off Mr. Snoop's fireworks to create more chaos. Meanwhile, Penny and the mice commandeer Medusa's Swampmobile, a makeshift airboat. Medusa unsuccessfully pursues them using Bruce and Nero as water skis. As the riverboat sinks from the fireworks damage, Medusa crashes and is left clinging to the boat's smokestack as Mr. Snoops escapes on a raft and laughs at her, while the irritated Bruce and Nero turn on Medusa and circle below. Back in New York City, the Rescue Aid Society watched a news report of how Penny found the Devil's Eye, which has been given to the Smithsonian Institution, and how Penny has been adopted. Incredible, huh? The meeting is interrupted when Evinrude arrives with a call for help, sending Bianca and Bernard on a new adventure. End of story. Okay, so what did I think of The Rescuers? Well, again, I love this movie. This is easily one of my many favorite Disney animated features of all time. Anyway, this film got good response when it came out. It did well overseas as well, and has been re-released numerous times in 83 and then in 89, just before its sequel came out the following year in The Rescuers Down Under. And so its overall lifetime worldwide gross was 169 million worldwide. And it was said to be Disney's greatest film since Mary Poppins, which came out in 64. It has become a great film. I really love it. And I gotta tell you, it's one of, if not one of the most amazing flicks of all time. I do consider it to be a bit underrated, though, because, well, I don't know if many people have actually taken the time to talk about this, but if you have, then thank you. I used to have a book and recording on this. That's what got me introduced to this. Anyway, let's see. Now, let's see. Now this, sorry, this is hard to explain here. The music was done by Ari Butler, and the songs were done by the songwriting team of Carol Connors and Anne Robbins. Not Anne, I'm Anne Robbins. I mispronounced that. Maybe I mispronounced it. I'm sorry. Anyway, on a double date, and before then, well, Connors had co-composed and sang successful tunes such as Hey Little Cobra and To Know Him Is to Love Him with the Teddy Bears. And meanwhile, Robbins worked as a personal secretary to actors George Kennedy and Eva Gabor and wrote unpublished poetry. So anyway, really something, yeah. This had some songs in here. But anyway, some of them that... Now, some songs were featured in the movie, but not on the soundtrack. Among some of the songs included The Journey, which you hear at the intro, Rescue Aid Society theme, and the Tomorrow's Another Day, which of course is what you hear, and there's also a reprise of it, and Someone's Waiting for You. Anyway, yeah, all those songs are real good. And I also really love the story for this. If I hadn't heard that book and recording, I wouldn't have even gotten to know about this or seen the film. I mean, I didn't get to see the film until years later, but I really had gotten to love this movie, and it's become one of my favorites. Now, our voice acting cast is really good. Voicing Bernard is Bob Newhart, who, of course, was already big with his show on CBS, The Bob Newhart Show. Yes. And voicing Miss Bianca is Eva Gabor, who recently had lent her voice to some Disney animated features such as The Aristocats and, and several others, and most you know her best from her role playing Lisa Douglas on Green Acres. Voicing Madame Medusa is Geraldine Page. Believe me, I consider this person to be one of the most underrated Disney villains of them all, alongside the Horned King from the Black Cauldron and Amos Slade from The Fox and the Hound. Next, Michelle Stacy plays Penny, but that's the only thing I know of her by. Voicing Mr. Snoops is the late great Joe Flynn, who, of course, he's done worked on Disney films, most notably the Dexter Riley trilogy, which consisted of The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, Now You See Him, Now You Don't, and The Strongest Man in the World. Anyway, now this would be his final role before, because even though he had been dead for the past 3 years, but he managed to finish this before his death. This was his final role, and Flynn's also best known for his role on TV's McHale's Navy. Let's see. Jim Jordan voices Orville, who was named after Orville Wright of the Wright brothers. Also, this of course would, and he was 80 years old by the time the film was completed and had been lured out of retirement and had not performed since the death of his wife in 61. And it would serve as his last public performance. Next is John McIntyre voicing Rufus, really good. Jeanette Nolan voices Ellie Mae, one of a muskrat, and Pat Buttram, who recently voiced the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, and he'd also go on to voice Chief in The Fox and the Hound, and he's also from Green Acres. You know him best as Mr. Haney, who he voices Luke, another muskrat. James McDonald does the vocal effects for Evinrude. Really good. Bernard Fox, who most you know him best as Dr. Bombay from Bewitched, does the chairman of the Rescue Aid Society. George Lindsay, best known for playing Goober on the Andy Griffith Show, and also he lent his voice to the Aristocats and Robin Hood as well. Voices Deadeye, a Fisher Rabbit. Larry Clemens, who of course was one of the main workers at Disney, voiced Grams, a grumpy yet kind of turtle, carries a brown cane. Dub Taylor voices Digger, a mole. John Fiedler voices Deacon, the owl. And that's that. Anyway, I really did like this film, and this film was such a big success, and in 1990, it got a sequel in The Rescuers Down Under. Now, a fun fact, I didn't know this, but actually, they were originally wanting the Rescuers to be part of a new series a year before this, but that, of course, became Chippendale Rescue Rangers, which I didn't even know that until I actually got to hear in one of these I believe it was when I saw them You Can Be Video Games episode on the walkthrough of the NES game, which of course I own. But anyway, yeah, The Rescuers is just so amazing. It's incredible. A great story, great characters, great songs, great music, etc., 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 etc. So in the end, would I recommend The Rescuers? The answer is easily in a family-friendly way. Heck yeah. Yes, you need to see this film. I got on it in a back-to-back feature with The Rescuers Down Under. You can also find the film on Disney Plus. I think you'll really like it. I think your kids will like it as well. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on The Rescuers in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I bring to you a review of another Disney film that recently had an anniversary not so long ago last month, and that's Hercules. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out my reviews for a couple of these flicks I had just talked about. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Aristocats. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Robin Hood. Or if you would like something else, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of Chippendale Rescue Rangers, which came out on Disney Plus back in May of this year. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.